Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota, on the north end of town, where easily you can get here from the airport, just a matter of minutes. But today we're going to talk about our latest acquisition. Oh my goodness, we're going to give you all the details on a 1959 Cadillac Eldorado Biarritz Convertible. Hang on, this is going to be good. Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, a northern suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today we are going to talk about probably one of the most iconic automobiles ever produced in the 1950s, and of course that's going to be a Cadillac. We have a 1959 Cadillac Eldorado Biarritz Convertible. Now you're going to want to watch this entire video from start to finish because we're going to do a nice walk around, we're going to do a cold start, we're going to show you all the details of this truly spectacular vehicle. Now you can also click on the link in the description and it'll take you right to our website and this automobile, giving you all the information, pricing and everything all at one spot. Now that is also our website, being www.ellingsonmotorcars.com, and you will find close to 100 plus automobiles, trucks, street rods, you name it, collectibles on our sales floor right now. So you can look at all those, and they range from cars back in the 1920s into the 70s and beyond. So if you're looking for your first collector car or truck or whatever, or maybe it's your 100th, we probably have something here in our inventory that you are going to find to be really, really enticing. But this one, to me, a 1959 Cadillac Eldorado Biarritz. The interesting thing we discerned on this car was retailed out for over $7,200. Now, trying to do the quick math, which I'm not a math genius by any stretch of the imagination, but that would equate to almost $200,000 at the time if you go from now till then. My goodness, no wonder there were so few of these cars made. I mean, they made what, 1,320 of them, and boy, how many are left, you know? A lot of them kind of probably went by the wayside, but this particular one is absolutely beautiful. It's in Seminole Red. What a beautiful color. I'll tell you what, this car just stands out in a crowd. There is no ifs, ands, or buts with the super wide white walls, the full hubcaps. I mean, those are just all special. Eldorados have all their own special hubcaps. It's not the same as a Series 62, which is a little bit less. All this extra ribbing and stuff in here is just really, really a nice hubcap, full hubcap on this car. Chrome on this car, outstanding, every sense of the word. Now, under the hood, of course, Cadillac had to not only have one of the biggest automobiles made with the biggest fins in 1959, it has a 390 V8 with the 3 carburetor setup. So it's got 3 2s on it. So it has 345 horsepower, which really in 1959, that was a tremendous amount of power, but I guess you needed it. This car was over 5,000 pounds going down the road. Now, to stop something like that, you're also going to want to have some of those extra features that, of course, the Cadillacs, being the exclusive, probably most famous car for American-made cars, has power steering, it's got power brakes, you know, they add extra power top, of course. Then you get to the inside, lots of extra amenities, power door locks, power windows. I mean, Cadillac, this was the top of the line for Cadillac in 1959, and like I said, it's just absolutely plenty of horsepower. This thing really scoots down the road. Of course, an automatic transmission. There were no 4-speeds or anything of that sort in an Eldorado. But let's take a look at some of the inside of this car. Again, interiors are just absolutely beautiful, leather all the way around. This particular one does have the bucket seats. Now, in 1959, you could have the bench seats. At no cost, you could have the bucket seats as well. So you really give it that super sporty look, if that's what you want to call it. Beautiful dash pad in this car, excellent condition all the way around. I'm looking at this inside, you know, it's got the signal seeking radio and of course the clock, and it's got, you know, just the red matching carpet with the red backs to the seats. Now, this, as I said earlier, it has power top, of course, and it has the parade boot. So if you are probably going to get hit up many times, if you have a car like this, there's going to be kings and queens and princesses and politicians. Everyone's going to want to ride around in a 1959 Cadillac Eldorado. And it makes sure to tell you that right here that it is a Biarritz, right there, right on the door sill. You've got it. And of course, down on the bottom sill, it says Eldorado. That is the special car all the way around. And again, they made everything unique. It has a special grill, special hubcap, special interior. You know, it was just, and the back actually, it's also special. I mean, with the inside grill, the back, they have the same, carry the same theme backwards. Dual exhaust on this car as well. No, it's just one of those cars that just personifies extravagance, if you will, and that's what the 59 Cadillacs with the big bullet taillights. I mean, they had, you know, basically fins from 1948 all the way up until way back even into the 60s, but 59 was probably the top of the food chain, if you will, for the giant fins. Now, you can find all of our stuff on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram as well. Take a look at those. You know, give us a like, subscribe, or leave us a comment. We'd really appreciate that very much. And you'll find this car and our current inventory as well. And as an added bonus, it actually will have access to some of the cars that we've sold over the years. So if you're an old car person, like to look at old cars, check out those sites. Might be some nice entertainment factor right there. No, 1959 was Cadillac's coup de grace, if you will. It was about as neat a car as you can get. I mean, when you sit behind the wheel on this thing, one massive hood on this car. I mean, it is really fun to drive. I owned a 59 Cadillac at one time, and it was really, really cool. One thing that kind of drove me crazy with that car, though, this is really a funny, you looked in the mirror and you look backwards, you see it, your eye will catch that you have the big fins back there. I always thought someone was passing me. I mean, it was one of those things. I'm going, oh, no, no, no. It just caught my eye, you know. It's just one of those things. Lots of room in that trunk. If you got to get a couple sets of golf clubs, or you need to smuggle in some people in to go to the drive-in, probably don't do that anymore. But, you know, golf clubs, it'd be a really wonderful car for that kind of thing. Now, if you're like me, boy, this car is so gorgeous. But I'd have to come and take a look at it in person. Well, we'd love to have you come down to Ellingson's. We're open Monday through Friday from 10 to 5 and Saturdays 10 to 4 as well. So you can come on down in person, really take a look at this car. I'll tell you what, it is just an exceedingly beautiful car. Like I say, Eldorado Biarritz has had so much special chrome on them. I mean, it just really sets itself off as a really special automobile. Well, we thank you again for watching our videos, looking at our latest addition to our inventory. Take a look at our website again at www.ellingsonmotorcars.com, and you'll see all of our cars that are currently available. Thank you, and see you next time.